Have you ever noticed that with every Valorant update, the game gets harder and harder to run? Lately, I've been struggling with input lag and hit registration issue. And after the recent rank reset, I've gone from Plat 3 all the way down to Silver 2. So I decided to upgrade my PC, but there's one problem.
Money zero.
YouTube, what is up? Welcome to the Gaming Drain channel. My name is Maddie, and in today's video I'm going to be upgrading my PC on a budget of just 5,000 Rand. Now that being said, all the parts used in this build are going to be second-hand parts that I either bought from a friend or off Facebook Marketplace. Not only that, I'm also going to reveal to you guys the biggest mistake you can make when building on the AM4 platform, because I've made that mistake. And then lastly, the goal of this video is to upgrade my PC so that I can get better at Valorant and hopefully get to Diamond rank. Before the end of the episode, I know it's not going to be instantaneous. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video. This is my old PC, and while it served me well for the last 3 years, it's really starting to show its age in games like Valorant, where I've been experiencing input lag and hit registration issues. Inside the Master Box Lite 3, we have a Ryzen 3 1200 with a GTX 1060 3GB. We're rocking 8 gigs of DDR4 memory, clocked at 2666 MHz. Okay, let's talk upgrades. This is the Ryzen 5 2600 that I got from a friend for 900 Rand. With its 6 cores and 12 threads, I'm expecting a solid boost in performance, perfect for gaming and multitasking on a budget. Compared to the Ryzen 3 1200, the CPU is in a league of its own. Next up, we have the GPU. This is the second biggest upgrade. This is the GTX 1660 Super that I got second-hand from a friend for 1,800 Rand. Not only are we doubling the VRAM compared to my old 1060, going from 3 gigs to 6 gigs, but we're also moving up a generation in terms of VRAM, going from GDDR5 to GDDR6. I'm expecting massive boosts in performance. Then we have the RAM. I bought this kit from a friend for only 500 Rand. And like the graphics card, we are doubling the capacity of the memory, going from 8 gigs all the way to 16 gigs. Next up, we have a combo. I bought the CPU cooler and case off of Facebook Marketplace for only 800 Rand. This is the Thermaltake UX200, and while it's a basic cooler, it should do better than stock. Next up, we have the case. This is the Cougar MX410 Mesh G. It is a mesh front panel and it comes with 4 RGB fans pre-installed. Lastly, we have the PSU. This is a 450 watt bronze rated unit that I paid 450 Rand for. That means I paid 1 Rand per watt. So to recap, we paid 900 Rand for the CPU, 1,800 Rand for the GPU, 500 Rand for the RAM, 450 Rand for the PSU, and for the case and the cooler we paid 800 Rand. That brings our total to 4,450 Rand. That's a savings of 550 Rand from the initial 5,000 Rand budget that we had. So before we start with the upgrades, I just want to talk about the mistake I made when I built my PC. And the mistake I made is going with the A320 chipset instead of the B450 chipset. Because the issue we're having now is that even though we have 2 8 gig sticks of memory rated at 3200 MHz, we won't be able to utilize that speed because the A320 chipset only supports 2666 MHz of memory. Another issue with the A320 chipset is that you can't overclock. That means we can't squeeze all the juice out of the Ryzen 5 2600. you're enjoying this budget upgrade so far, don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps out more than you know. And if this video does well, this will be part 1 of an epic series where I upgrade my setup on a budget all the way to diamond rank in Valorant. I'm super excited to share the journey with you, so hit that bell to make sure you don't miss any of the action. Got any tips or thoughts on the upgrades? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And we are in, guys. I'm very happy to say I didn't have to reinstall Windows, even though I fundamentally changed the entire PC. Okay. I'm going to have to reinstall the driver, so I'm going to do like a fresh install of that. Then we're going to go to Task Manager, and I'll show you guys that indeed it is picking up the CPU. There we go. Only 3% is being utilized, obviously. There's our 16 gigs of memory. The reason why we aren't running it at the rated 3200 megahertz is because the motherboard can only support up to the speed. So it's one of those things. Okay, so right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a couple of synthetic benchmarks just to show you guys how the system's performing. And then from there, we're going to go into a bit of gameplay.
they're all dead.
You saw me knifing, right?
Match point.
Alrighty guys, what do you guys think of the build? I think it came out amazing. I'm really excited for the new PC, but there are some issues, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Firstly, the RAM speed. That RAM speed is killing us, guys. This generation of Ryzen really loves fast RAM speeds, and that 2666 megahertz is just not cutting it. Then the other issue, and it's actually a worrying issue, is that the GPU I got, the 1660 Super, seems to be thermal throttling. When I let Valorant run at like unlimited frames, and it gets to it's like 190, 200 frames per second, compared to like the 90 and the 130 I had before, like the hotspot on the GPU gets to like 91 degrees Celsius, and I don't think that is safe or good for the GPU. So definitely I'm gonna have to make a video on refurbishing the card, but that will only happen if this video like performs really well, and if you guys want to see that. So comment down below if you guys want to see a refurbished video on the card. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.